Have you ever felt like you are carrying the weight of the entire world on your shoulders? Imagine waking up every day and seeing a mountain of tasks in front of you, but instead of asking for a hand, you tell yourself that you must do it all alone to prove you are strong. You believe that asking for help is a sign of weakness or that others will think you are not capable. So you keep your head down, your muscles tense, and your heart heavy, while your energy slowly drains away like water through sand. We often think being a lone wolf is the path to success, but the bitter truth is that a path walked entirely alone often leads to a dead end. Today, I want to show you why your greatest strength is not your ability to stand alone, but your courage to lean on others. Let me tell you a story about a man named Nikhil, who lived on the banks of a wild, rushing river. Nikhil was a master builder, known for his incredible skill with wood and stone. He was proud, talented, and very stubborn. After a massive summer storm swept through his valley, the main bridge that connected his village to the busy market was destroyed. The villagers were worried about their trade, but Nikhil stepped forward with a confident smile and promised to rebuild the bridge all by himself. He wanted the glory of the achievement and the pride of saying he needed no one. Days turned into weeks, and Nikhil worked from sunrise until the stars filled the sky. His hands became covered in blisters, and his back was constantly in pain. But the river was too wide, and the currents were far too strong for one man. Every time he tried to place a heavy beam, the water would wash it away before he could secure it. He was drowning in work, losing his sleep, and becoming angry at the very people he wanted to impress. His stress was not just in his body. It was a psychological weight that made him feel like he was failing at life. He was trapped in the belief that he had to be a hero on his own, and it was destroying his peace. One afternoon, as Nikhil sat defeated by the muddy water, an elderly traveler named Vedant approached him. Vedant carried nothing but a small bundle of bamboo. He did not offer to lift the heavy beams or give Nikhil money. Instead, he sat down on the grass and gave Nikhil a strange challenge. He pulled out several short, thin bamboo sticks and asked Nikhil to build a small bridge across a tiny stream nearby. The catch was that Nikhil could not use any rope, glue, or nails. Each stick had to be positioned so that it leaned on another stick to stay up. At first, Nikhil thought this was a simple game for children. But as he tried to balance the sticks, he found it nearly impossible. Every time he tried to make one stick stand upright by itself, it would tip over into the mud. It was only when he began to interlock the sticks, letting them support each other in a beautiful arch, that the structure became solid and strong. Nikhil stopped and stared at the small bamboo bridge he had created. It was steady and firm, yet no single part of it stood alone. Vedant smiled and spoke with a voice that was as calm and deep as the forest. He told Nikhil that a single stick is easily broken by the wind, but a bundle of sticks stands strong against the greatest storm. He explained that true strength is not found in independence, but in interdependence. In nature, the tallest trees in the forest interlock their roots underground so they can support one another during a gale. The birds fly in a V shape to help the ones behind them catch the wind. Vedant taught him that the universe is built on connection. When we allow ourselves to lean on others, we are not showing a flaw. We are creating a structure that can support much more weight than any individual ever could. The mentor's words were like a journey of discovery for Nikhil, helping him see that his pride was a prison and his isolation was his only real weakness. This was a powerful eureka moment for Nikhil. He finally understood that his goal was to build a bridge, not to build his ego. He went back to the village, and for the first time in his life, he asked the other craftsmen and neighbors for their help. He showed them the design of the bamboo arch. Together, the village formed a team. Some held the beams, others secured the stones, and some brought food to keep the workers strong. What Nikhil could not do in a month of lonely suffering, the community completed in just a few days. In our modern world of 2026, we are often pushed to be solo stars and to build our own brands in isolation. We treat networking like a game of taking, but true networking is about leaning. A practical way to apply this lesson today is the weekly help request. Once a week, identify one task or problem and intentionally ask a mentor or a trusted friend for their guidance. This small habit trains your brain to value connection over isolation and opens doors that you could never reach alone. As we move through our fast-paced lives, we must remember that we rise by lifting others and by being humble enough to be lifted ourselves. Your journey is not meant to be a solo climb up a cold mountain. It is meant to be a bridge built with the hands of many. When you trade your isolation for cooperation, you find that you are not just more successful, but you are also much more at peace. The strongest life is the one where we are all connected, supporting each other like the bamboo in the arch. We are never truly strong until we are strong together.